And one of the critical strands is promoting STEM, creating that platform where we'll get integrate science, technology, engineering, and maths into our education provision within schools to be able to empower our children to be able to compete globally. So it was a very fascinating opportunity, and we had several meetings, and we decided to push this forward. So it's a collaborative between the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, the DSTI, and BScience STEM UK. So this has been going on for 2 months. Okay,
what's the specific focus? You know, because broadly saying you want to look at STEM and want to encourage kids when the capacity is not there, probably with the teachers, the facilities are not there, you might not achieve your objective. But what specifically will you be doing and looking at?
Well, we have various steps. I think the first step is to create that awareness, sensitize STEM, because as evidence has showed, that it's dead. We have 64% of science teachers teaching in schools that are not qualified science teachers. We also have 1 in 300 women who are teachers teaching science. So 1 in 300 is a woman teaching science in schools. So there's a huge gap. But we're not going to say we'll have to do everything together. The first step is to create that buzz, remove the misconception that science is difficult, but also the career pathways that are available at the end of the tunnel is limited. We are saying, apart from the engineering pathway, the medicine pathway, there's 101 more strands that fit into the jigsaw that kids are not aware about. So this STEM conference is to create that platform, that buzz, the first step, to say science is alive. This new government is serious about this strand, and we are going to make sure we have robust systems in place to integrate teaching and learning to make it more exciting, to reach out to communities, to sell the idea that kids should not shy away from doing science, maths, and ICT, because the jobs that are going to be available in the next 10 years in the petroleum industry, in the mining sector, in the tech companies that are going to be coming into this country to build infrastructures will be science-based.
So as a ministry, how do you intend to go about that? What's the strategy?
The strategy is first, create the awareness, then develop a post-activities strategies, which will bring international players in to support the ministry, but also leverage with what we have. Jessica just mentioned, we have 250, more than 200 kids doing science in action that probably for the past 10 years have not even had access to the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education to be able to talk to people, to showcase what they're doing. They've been operating in silos. So there are many, many organizations like that, young, energetic students from Fobe College, everywhere. We have young innovators right in the provinces that have no platform. There's no advocacy for them to be really, to also enhance the capacity they have. So we're saying this new government and this new ministry is creating that platform for us to engage everybody, so every hands on deck, to be able to come together cohesively, to be able to design strategies, increase the outcome of learning in schools.
This engagement, does it include engaging or collaborating with the STI?
Yes, the STI is part of this collaborative. They've been part of accessing some of the innovators. So what we did when we started this project is to bring everybody that's been operating in silo from different angles in the country, the STEM women, STEM engineers. We brought everybody together. So we're saying, if we're all together, we're able to create a better impact. So the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education has its priorities and our framework to be able to integrate excellent systems in place to improve teaching and learning, especially in science provision within schools.
What is also key and very important is, the teachers who are providing you know, these trainings for kids. I was beaten a lot by my math teacher, you know, and I got scared. I was afraid of I cannot even pass math. And whenever I come in, I'll not do well in class because I was afraid of him. So how do we get to prepare the teachers, you know, who train these kids? Because it's the key factor. It's important. If you don't have the teachers who can encourage the kids to get into it, then it makes no difference.
You're quite right. I mentioned the statistics, which is really depressing. 64% of teachers teaching the science-based subjects in this country are not science trained. So it's like a makeshift. So you get in somebody who's going to come on and teach concepts, difficult concepts in chemistry. I'm a chemistry teacher anyway. So, and I mean, for that concept to be imparted to that particular child who is waiting, and that teacher is struggling with that particular concept, you can actually see the disconnect. So we're saying, one, the teachers are not, the subject knowledge of the teachers is not good enough. Two, the methods of the way they deliver these lessons is not engaging and interactive. And third, there is no equipment. I went to school, I mean, in those days, even though the country was, well, we had basic laboratories, chemistry, biology, physics. We had all the equipment. It was exciting going for a chemistry class. But nowadays, kids are going through the whole syllabus and get to the exam, they've not seen one experiment. I mean, how can you explain the concept of osmosis